Welcome to Pockets Full of Soup, the storytelling show. I'm your host, Jared Petty, and today we're talking about something special. I've wanted to do this for a while. Pockets Full of Soup is the show about being thankful and the people in our lives that we're thankful for. Well, today, as we move into the month of November, we're headed toward the American Thanksgiving holiday, the National Day of Thanksgiving. I know it's different for other countries, but around here, that's when we do it. It's a day that we remember and express our thankfulness to others for the things that are happening in our lives and for what they've done for us, whether that be a divine thanks or a thanks in brotherly or sisterly terms, thanks to friends, thanks to family, whatever the case may be. It's a day that we remember and offer thanks to each other. Well, we talk a lot about thanks on Pockets Full of Soup, and we tell stories about thanks here. But this year, I want us all to be a part of saying thank you in very particular and special ways. Not just talking about it, but actually going out and doing something. And I'm calling that effort Soups On. It's a very simple idea, really. This month, in November, all of us that want to be a part of this in the Pockets Full of Soup community, from listeners and viewers, and also, of course, Angie and I, are going to go out and find a way, a particular way, to show someone that we're thankful, to show that thankfulness to them in any number of ways. And there's a lot of ways you could do this. It could be as simple as reaching out to someone that you haven't connected with in a while, writing a letter or making a phone call or sending a message that just says, hey, I'm thankful for you. Reaching out and FaceTiming someone that you haven't talked to in a long time to let them know what they meant in your life. Or it could be something more specific, like through your church or a civic organization or a school, reaching out into your community around Thanksgiving time, finding ways to express thanks to your community by giving back, whether that be through the fundraising and food kitchen efforts that go on at this type of year, or anything else that you can think of. It can be a lot of ways. It could be reaching out to someone in your family and doing something special for them, taking them out on a special day that where you take the time to remind them of what they mean to you, or put a project together. It would be art or video or any number of things with you and your kids to show somebody else what they've done for you or what they mean to you. It's just a time to think about another person or another group of people and what they've done in your life, and find a way to very concretely express that. You can get as creative as you want. You could follow your talents. If you're a photographer, do it through photography. If you're a videographer, do it through videography. If you're shy, do it through something written down, or do it through an action. Do it something big or do something little. It doesn't matter. Just show someone that you're thankful. And then what I'd like you to do, if you're willing, and only if you're willing, it's so much more important that you do the thing, but we're about telling stories here. So what I'd like you to do, if you will, is to record a very short video. When I say very short, I've got to be very particular about this. Record a 15-second or less video. If it's more than 15 seconds, I can't use it. There are technical reasons for that. A 15-second or less video, do it in .mov or .mp4, like H.264 format, something like you'd record on your phone. 15 seconds, try to keep it under 20 megs. And if you would send that to me before, see, today I'm recording this on November the 5th. So let's say that gives us 2 weeks, let's say about November the 19th. If you can send that message about what you chose to do and what you did and how it went, again, 15 seconds, or what you're going to do if you haven't completed it yet, to mail@pocketsfullofsoup.com. That's mail@pocketsfullofsoup.com. Attach that video and send it to me with the headline, Soups On. Headline Soups On, 15 seconds or less, and I can't use it. MP4 or .mov. I know it's a lot of technical stuff, but if you'll send that to mail@pocketsfullofsoup.com, if I can, I will use that in a special video. We're going to combine the community's messages together and share them. And we can all share with each other how we expressed thankfulness this November. And you don't, again, it's an American holiday, but you don't have to be American to do this. Let's make this an international effort. So much of life can be so frustrating because there are these vast political forces around us that we can only do so much about. There's only so much any one person can do to change the tides of history and deal with massive problems that we don't understand. But we can make small differences in one another's lives through small kindnesses. And that's what this is about. And so I hope that you will join me in this, that you'll join the Pockets community in this, and that you'll choose to share. Again, as long as you're expressing thanks somehow, some way, It doesn't really matter all that much how you choose to do it. Do what's good for you. Yeah, I talk a lot about my admiration for Bob Ross and how he used to point out we don't make mistakes, just happy accidents. It may not work out the way you want it to, but that's okay. Make a happy accident. Find a way to reach out to someone or some group of people and show thankfulness. It's a time for giving, so we could all give together and share that story with the community, make it known, and we can make this happen together. So that will be an upcoming episode of Pockets Full of Soup based around that, assuming we get enough of these to come in. If, there are thousands and thousands of you that listen and watch, I will use as many as I can. If I get too many, I'm not going to be able to put them all in, but I'll do my best in good faith to help those stories get shared. And also, if you want to share those stories on the Facebook group, on Twitter, etc., writing into the show, that's great too. But again, if you want to video it, just to get those specs down one more time, mail at pocketsfullofsoup.com. 15 seconds or less. If it's more, I simply can't use it. Try to keep it below 20 megs. Try to send it MOV or MP4 in that H.264 wrapper. And if you don't know what that means, just send me the video from your phone and it'll probably work. So that Soup's on. It's small. It's kind of, it's just our first shot at this, but since I started Pockets, I wanted to find a way to transform what we do here, not just from talking about the stories of thankfulness and the people we're thankful for, but also doing something. This will allow us to combine doing something and sharing something together. And I'll be happy to share my story as well with you this year when the time comes. When will the video go out? That depends on how many we get in. I'm not sure it'll actually be out by American Thanksgiving Day. That's going to depend on how much comes in and how much there is to edit. Thank you all so much. I want to offer us a very particular and sincere kind of thanks to you. Speaking of thankfulness, for more than a year, I've been doing the show. We're silly and we're goofy. We're terribly filmed and in many ways horribly recorded, but we've managed to tell dozens and dozens and dozens of stories of fascinating people and the people that they're thankful for. And I really do feel like for all the rough edges and all the flaws, it's been a good thing. It's certainly been good for my life, and I know from what you've written, it's been good for some of ours. Ooh, there's a plane landing nearby. I'm sure this will be picked up and sound wonderful, but you know what? Once again, kind of fits the lowbrow aesthetic that we go for, we strive for here on Pockets. Many of you have watched, listened, written encouragement, written comments. Every comment matters. I read them and I love them. The Facebook group posts, the direct messages you sent me. I haven't always been as good at getting back as I'd like to be. I'm working on it, trying to make sure I get ahead and keep up with all of you. And again, all of you who have chosen to give on Patreon, you made a tremendous difference in my life. So here's to you, and thanks a lot. Hey, and by the way, this Soup's on doesn't just have to be for people who listen now. Tell other people about it. Go out and get them involved. Ask them who they're thankful for. Spread the word and start thinking right now creatively about how you can be expressing thanks to someone. I can't wait to hear your stories. I can't wait to see what y'all come up with. It's going to be wonderful. You're an incredible group of women and men, and I'm so thrilled to have the opportunity to know all of you this way. Well, anyway, let's have those in 2 weeks from now by the 19th of November. Again, if you haven't completed the task by then, that's okay. Just tell us what you're going to do. 19th of November, mail at pocketsfullofsoup.com. Subject line, Soup's on. I really hope that y'all have an opportunity to become a part of this. I mean, think about it. Thousands and thousands of people expressing thanks to someone in their lives the same day. That's a lot of little differences that add up to a big one. That's what we're all about. Bye-bye. Special thanks to Patreon producer Robert Nieder, whose generous support makes this show possible.